Hey, Stoney here with another live cast of Mechabellum. All right, we can start. I mean, there's lots of good options here, actually. We have Saber, Rhino Spec. Maybe just go with Rhino Steel Ball. Not Rhino. Hound Steel Ball. This could be pretty strong here, right? It's gonna be slightly over like this. All right. And next turn we're gonna have Crawler. All right, my opponent is Amp Specialist. Gets the mini amp cores on the sledges. The hounds themselves, they are decent into arclights, but I will need to have range. Otherwise, it's going to be a bit of a problem. All right, our strong side is going to be the left-hand side. All right, good. We got two steel balls left over, which means we still have a really crap ton of hounds. They're not the greatest at dealing damage, but they're not terrible. Ideally, we would love to have more steel balls here. Not a fan of the split firing, to be honest. Okay. Lots of good options. I think the Wraith is kind of a OP option. 2 Marksman is also really good. We do need to make sure that we are protected at the front, though. Otherwise, this could get ugly real fast. Okay, it's going to be Marksman for our friend here as well. Vertical sledges. This will actually be pretty decent if we go into Raiden. Alright. And we can go Raiden, I think. So next turn, maybe the turn after that. This is where the Raiden transition could happen. Yeah. So imagine if Raiden is working on like this plane here. That would be really sweet. Now the question is, do you want to wait till unit drop, or do you just want to go Raiden right after that, right? I'm improve Overlord, also interesting. Mass Prof Fort, also interesting. Lots of cool stuff. I think most likely it's just going to be Bombard. And Bombard is going to be good for my opponent as well. Alright, we're gonna go Raiden next turn. Scorpion. Late arriving fangs, okay. What did he take? Nothing? He didn't take anything. So it's just gonna be Sledgies. Alright, next turn I think what we can do is we can do Steel Ball. Crawler here, Steel Ball here, into tower. Okay. Didn't win as hard as I hoped it would. Like normally when you use ability and you use shield, that kind of shenanigan, you will want to win really hard. But unfortunately that wasn't the case. Okay, lots of good cards. I'm gonna hold to that card because I think we want to use we're gonna take a 50 here. I'm gonna take a speed here. Maybe another 50. I'm gonna get rid of that tank. We are going to okay. Rhino coming in for the tower. Alright, that's the tower. And next turn, we're gonna get into raiding, I think. Yeah, and the shield bubble lives. Wow, that's pretty good. That is fantastic. Okay, we're definitely gonna need a bit more chaff here. And then the next turn, I think that's when we're gonna go with the Raiden. But for now, I think this is okay, just the way it is. I think we should have crawlers at the front. Alright, is that going to be Wraith? Yeah, it is going to be Wraith. Wraith is actually a very good sign for me, especially if I'm going Raiden. And I love that he puts oil here. So this is actually pretty good. storms, doing storm things. I love it. Gets the bubble, but because I have storms, I have a huge amount of damage mitigation. We're probably gonna kill all these fans here, if not most of them. Yeah, there they are. And now it's time for Raiden. Good. Good, good, good. Laser sight, incendiary. Incendiary is pretty good. He's gonna be like right here. All I need is just something to block that initial incendiary. Alright, we're gonna go Raiden. We might be even go Raiden at level 2, I think. Yep. My range is at the same, okay. I'm gonna put this over here. And we're just gonna put down like a single shield. Because I honestly don't know where that fire is gonna be. Okay, I think he was also expecting fire, which is interesting. Alright, he's putting down hackers, so it's time to get rid of steel balls. Not that it was that useful to begin with anyways. Okay, Raiden. Doing Raiden things. Nice. Alright, we do need a bit of a chaff clear here. Because the Hound seems to be under the dark influence of the hacker. Just a little too fast. But for now though, I mean look at this. The power of Raiden's. Okay. Now we're selling steel balls. Another attack item for more Raidens. And now with more range. Okay. More range. That's good. I think this Raiden needs to be in the middle. And this one is out the outside. Alright. We can probably get a level. And we're going to take temp range. And we are going to get rid of some tanks. So that way... Ooh, I totally forgot the underground. I always forget about the underground. Oh my god. This is the bane of my existence. Like, if there's one thing that I need to see more of, is probably the underground. Is just, for some reason, I just don't see it. Oh boy, this is gonna get ugly. Oh, actually, you know what? I do have storms. Storms are pretty good. Okay, we need secondary chaff clear, hopefully in the form of Mustangs. Yeah, Mustangs or just fire. It's probably gonna be fire. Let's do fire. Is it fire though? It is a kind of risky with the hounds. Additional deployment. Alright, triple phoenixes. Wouldn't mind if I do. Alright, we got battleship. Okay, mobilize battleship. Getting to the hounds. Hopefully the Mustangs are enough to kind of bring it down before it gets to the tower. And looks like it will. Okay, gets his tower. This is going to be a huge amount of damage, I feel. Yep. All the late Mustangs coming in. This might actually be the end. No, I don't think. Maybe. I mean, I got all the Stormcrawlers, all the Mustangs. Just a huge amount of damage. Oh, that's it. That's going to be the end of that. All right. Well, what do we learn from this game? Well, we learned that having a plan in the early rounds really helps. I mean, we knew we were going to go Raiden from like round 2 after seeing sledgehammers. The reason we wanted to go Raiden was because 1, sledgehammers are really good into hounds and we need a way to counter them. And Raiden is a great option. And then 2, Raiden and hounds, they work really well together because of the range. So first of all is the movement speed. They have exactly the same movement speed at 10 meters per second. But second is the range. So a ranged Raiden is the same range as hound. I mean, no, a ranged hound is the same range as the unranged Raiden, which kind of puts them on the same line. And if your opponent ever clicks like AA, you just ranged Raiden and then it's 40 meters behind the hounds. Exactly. So it's a very sweet setup. And not to mention the hounds are just really good in chaff clear later on. I didn't actually sell these steel balls. I probably should have. But that's okay. I think we gave this hacker a little bit more value. The late arriving Mustangs, I think this was crucial because if you look at his backline, this is all Phoenixes. So as long as we can get through these 2 Scorpions, the Mustangs are going to be great chaff against these Phoenixes as well as killing them. All right. Well, I hope you enjoyed this game. And if you want to see another one, here's one for you. And I'll see you on the next one.
Prepare your tactics. Mechabellum's calling. Deploy your fortress. The battlefield's alive with swarms.